Hi, boys and girls and parents. This is Miss Maravilla here, and I'm going to teach you how to use or tell you about ABC Mouse, which I think it's a wonderful resource to use during this time. So you want to start at any web browser. I'm on Google, but you could use any of them, and you're going to type in ABC Mouse. Should be the first one, and it will look something like this. It says to try it free for 30 days, which is great. It's about a month, and you get to see if you really like it, and if you don't, you can cancel it. I read somewhere that they're trying to provide 2 full months, but I guess they haven't approved that yet. But at least you can get started with those 30 days. I began to use it in my classroom, and students really loved it and they enjoyed doing it, and I enjoyed the concepts that they were teaching them and the different resources they provided for my class and my students. It has things for reading, math, science, arts, and even colors. So if you're interested, you could watch a quick video.
So, what is abcmouse.com anyway? It's an award-winning early learning academy. Bring one activity to the next. It organizes all the activities of the site into a simple step-by-step curriculum. Your child sees fun.
So anyways, this video just tells you more about it. I'm going to log into my account that I have so I can show you a little bit more in detail what it looks like. And I will log into a student's account so you can see what it looks like for them as well, which is honestly pretty similar. So this video, you will watch it, gives you more details. You put in your email. I will use a parent's email that you're able to access, because they will give you your login info and different things on there. So I would plug that in, and then I'm gonna log into a student's account just because it's pretty similar to the teacher one. So here is one of my students' accounts. It has a pretty simple layout. I have the volume off, but
Go to the step-by-step learning path.
So when you put the cursor on top of one of them, it
My
leads it to them,
lessons.
which is awesome. The learning path, I'm going to mute it. As I said, my students barely started this ABC Mouse, so they're pretty basic right now, but as they're going, it's gonna adapt to their level, their current level. So this one's he learned all about blue, and then this one he learned about yellow and crosswords, but as it's getting to learn him, it's gonna modify to his level. So this just goes step by step, and then the next world he might skip a level depending on how well he's doing. So here he's learning about the Arctic, which is honestly pretty cool. So that's the learning path. Math is really awesome. It has different books and games, puzzles, art, and music. Here are some games that he could play. This one is basketball hoops by two, so they're learning to count by twos. There's a dinosaur chomp. There's some letters in there. I'm gonna click on dinosaur chomp. What I like about ABC Mouse is that everything is read to them. Like the instructions are displayed for them, but they're also read to them, which is great. Their cursor, wherever they point to it, reads what it's for. And I'm gonna turn on the volume so you can hear.
Level, beginner, challenge, super challenge.
So for right now, I'm gonna put beginner.
Find the leaf that has a different number of drops than the others, and drag that leaf to the dinosaur to feed it.
Play!
So you'll have them counted, which one has different. This one does. Obviously, it will take your kids a little bit longer, or not. But they'll do that.
Wonderful! Now, click on the number that matches the number of drops on the remaining leaves.
So you'll have them count. There's 4 on all of them. Which one's 4? They
Now,
click on
wonderful!
it. And again, I picked the beginner. So that helps them with their number identification and just practicing counting.
See
Penguin
So
Passage.
there's quite a
Number
lot
line
of
1
games,
through
which is
5.
awesome. And they also have like shapes, tracing numbers, which is big. I have a lot of friends that are still having trouble writing their numbers correctly. They're writing them backwards. So I think this is really
Traceables.
awesome. And
Numbers.
counting by tens as well. In
Art
the arts,
and
I wanted to
music.
show you that it's
Dot
not
to
just...
dot by tens.
I'm going to mute it again. There is just coloring, but what I also like is that they have, you know, paint by addition, which is awesome. So you could have them count with beans, buttons, rice, cookies, whatever, their fingers, whatever they could find at home to use, and have them count to come up with their answers. So they'll have, maybe they use their fingers, they put up 2 fingers and then 6 more, and they come out with the answer, which is 8, and then they will find 8, and then they color it in, but they're only seen as coloring, so they're actually practicing addition, which is awesome. Another feature that I really love, sorry, it's taking a bit to load, is, let me click it again. What I really love is the library. The library contains a lot of books that students can listen to, and it has the images from the book so they could follow along. And I love it because it has so many to choose from, so you don't have to worry about finding a new book or looking for a different book or buying one. They're all there. I will show you right now when it loads. There is some Disney ones that have not been updated to be able to read to your child, but you could read to them, and they're super awesome, like the illustrations, and you could talk, they're great for you to talk to them about the different reading comprehension skills, like who are the characters, the setting, and then you can help your child write about it. I'm gonna refresh this and see if it worked. So finally loaded. That's the library, and again, these are all free. I'm sorry, my internet's been a little slow today. So we'll have your child's name up here. So there's a bunch of different books. There's nonfiction, there's fiction, so it's great. There's even superheroes. So maybe today they want to learn about volcanoes. You could read it to them, or maybe this is a book that could read to them, and then they could write about volcanoes. What do they look like? How do they form? They can have these discussions with you before they write, and then just help them write it down a bit using their sounds and their sight words, and make sure that there's finger space. And all the writing skills they need. It looks like all the ones with stars he has read, or he's read to himself, I believe. And they have recent ones, new ones that they added. They're always adding new ones, and like they love Nemo. But this is one of the ones that is not reading to them, but you can read to them, so you can see the illustrations are awesome, and then hopefully they would update it so it could be read to them, and then you can zoom in if it's easier for you, which is great. I think I wanted to show you one last thing if this loads, but it's called my lessons. So you as a parent could go in and assign them problems or activities to do if you choose to. And come on, right here. So he's gonna have some because I assigned some before our break. So there's like addition, which we were starting to do. This is a little clip. This is a game, swim with the fishes addition, another game, another video. There's like how many counting forward is a huge one. So you could do those. I have like giraffes, how I mentioned with volcanoes. They could learn about giraffes. What do they eat? Where do they live? They could write that down. And then the very last thing I wanted to show you was the search button. So here you could write like big. That's their site word, and then you click, oh, I want them to do this book. Oh, let me
Then that dog.
So this one is actually reading
My
to
dog
them.
is bigger than that dog. My dog is bigger than these two.
So this one's gonna read it to them after they could write a sentence about their dog, if they have a dog, if they don't, if they had a dog, would it be bigger or smaller? But that's it. As you can see, there's so many resources.
My lessons.
I didn't show you all of them. I just showed you a few of them. There's so much to do. If you want to plan things, you could assign things. If you just want the program to modify to your child, you could do that. There's math in the library, which I think is great. But if you ever have questions or unsure how to do something and you do decide to get ABC Mouse for the free month, go ahead and reach out to me and I will assist you the best that I can. I hope to see you all soon. Bye-bye.